What's happening, people? UFC 260 last night. Francis Ngannou, Stipe Miocic. What a fight. What a fight. And specifically, what a performance from Francis Ngannou. If could have written down in a textbook what he should do to beat Stipe, given it to him and he'd revised it, he would have done exactly what he did last night. Quality. He took his time. He was patient. You could tell that his corner really worked on slowing him down, getting him to use a little bit more of this rather than just going in there as the bull. Because he's got such crazy power. He's used to just getting rid of people within a minute. And I mean, even the last 4 fights since he's fought Stipe, from the last 4, I think he's got rid of them pretty much all in the first round, as far as I know. But he's definitely had the time, and you could tell from the way that he was fighting that fight, to sit, think about the shots that he's going to throw, be aware of his conditioning, because he knows that he's getting in there with the greatest heavyweight of all time. You can't be sloppy, you can't be careless, you can't rush in, because Stipe is going to counter you. He's going to move around. You saw what he did to DC, and you saw what he did to Ngannou the first time. He's light. He for a heavyweight, he's got a bit lighter. He's fast. He's still got power of his own, but he's excellent takedown, bit of ground and pound, get up, move. And Stipe's fight IQ is obviously brilliant. So, it was that ability to just sit back, look, measure what he's going to do. And I was really impressed with the way that he held the center of the octagon, Ngannou. He was there, he was throwing some nice feints. He was not following Stipe around the octagon like blindly. He was kind of stepping over, looking at him, stepping over and being opposite him, checking where he's got to go, maybe throwing a right to the body, throwing a big overhand right upstairs, but not overcommitting, not giving him a chance to counter. So that was nice. I think he threw a beautiful head kick in round 1, I believe, or maybe that was round 2, I can't remember. But yeah, beautiful. And the takedown defense was so much better, man. Like, I know Stipe tried to take him down sort of end of round 1, and just the control, the sprawl, and then taking his back, and then those headshots. But do you know what? All credit to Stipe as well, because those kind of shots would got rid of most people. But he's able to weather the storm. He's got a chin on him, and he's obviously the greatest heavyweight of all time. But and again, it's that ability of Ngannou to not rush, not get carried away, not burn yourself out. And I know he said he's been working on his conditioning. His cardio is a little bit better. I think he came in a little bit lighter. But do you know what? I think for Ngannou, he's just a big guy. He carries a lot of muscle, like, naturally. I think even if he's doing a lot of cardio, he just carries muscle. And as Joe Rogan says, that you require oxygen to power that muscle. So, he is always going to be one of those people. He might struggle a little bit if you take him into deep water. If you bring him into the later rounds, he's going to struggle a little bit. But I'm really impressed with the way that he's kind of carried himself. And I think he knew, like, going into that fight, he was like, look, if I don't get rid of him straight away, he's not going to go easy. I might have to be taken to deep water, be all right with that, have to maybe go the full 25 minutes. And it was nice to see him breaking up, like throwing a few big shots, sitting back, waiting, looking at openings, assessing what he's going to do, using that fight IQ. And I think that's going to take him far, especially with what's next. John Jones, I'd say. He wants to fight John Jones. John Jones is moving up to heavyweight. I think that'll be a quality fight. Bull and Matador, same sort of situation. But people underestimate Jones at their peril. His fight IQ is so good. He's fast. Those leg kicks, head kicks, knees, and his ground game is incredible as well. But you got to treat Ngannou with that extra bit of respect. The power is nuts. Like, he doesn't even have to hit you cleanly to wobble you or to make you think twice. And I mean, in the fight yesterday, especially after the takedown defense was much improved, you could see Stipe was a little bit more kind of gun shy. I mean, round 2, he was like, I need to get stuck in here because I'm just going to lose the rounds on points if I'm not going to get in there. But, he was having a bit of second, he was thinking a little bit like, oh God, this is not as easy as it was the first time. Which is testament, of course, to Ngannou and his team and what he's worked on. But yeah, that John Jones fight will be quality. I'd say, you know, at the moment, now Khabib's gone, he's probably pound for pound number one, John Jones. So, and I mean, for Stipe, you know, he's still the greatest heavyweight of all time. We don't know Ngannou's legacy yet. So that's nothing's changed there. Does he need to retire now? I don't think so. He's got a few fights left in him. He's that bit older though, so, you know, take a bit of time out. You're coming off a knockout loss. You know, it wasn't a horrendous knockout loss. It wasn't like how Ngannou got rid of Alistair Overeem. It was like almost career-ending kind of loss, that one. But you know, it was a loss, and you know, you're a little bit older, so you don't need to fight. You know, you don't need to be as active as some of these other guys. You know, you cemented your legacy. Have a bit of time off, relax, chill with your family, and wait in the wings, see what happens. I would like to see Stipe and John Jones. I think that'd be a quality fight. Bit more of a chess match, and I'm just keen to see how John Jones deals with these bigger guys, if he can really hang with them. So yeah, I mean, it was just after guys, any UFC fans out there, for the last kind of like few months, we've had a few big upsets. You know, Conor, Izzy, Israel Adesanya losing, and you know, just to see like this card last night was beautiful. It was, you know, Sean O'Malley did brilliantly as well. He got a little bit. This is not a video about it, but I've watched. I think he threw an overhand right and tried to walk away, but the referee was like, "No, carry on." But mate, he's a brilliant talent, Sean O'Malley. But yeah, France and Ngannou, great stuff. More of the same from him going forward. Stipe, you know, still a GOAT. Doesn't need to retire yet. Let's see what they've got in store for both of them next. But yeah,